What happens when one of Britain's most beloved actors sits down for what should be a routine chat show appearance, only to face the most disrespectful treatment ever captured on live television? In just 37 seconds, a single toxic comment would expose the true character of a daytime TV host and create one of the most shocking walkouts in broadcasting history. Sir Ian McKellen, the legendary actor known for bringing Gandalf and Magneto to life on the big screen, had agreed to appear on Loose Women to discuss his latest theatrical project. What should have been a pleasant conversation about his six-decade career quickly turned sinister when host Denise Welch made the interview all about her own agenda. The trouble started almost immediately as Ian settled into his chair, adjusting his elegant navy blazer and offering his trademark warm smile to the studio audience. Denise barely looked up from her notes. The other panelists, Ruth Langsford, Linda Robson, and Colin Nalla, exchanged uneasy glances as the atmosphere grew tense. Right then, Denise began, her voice edged with something off for daytime TV. "Ian McKellen, everyone. I suppose we should talk about your latest play, though I have to wonder if audiences are getting tired of seeing the same old faces on stage year after year." Ian's eyebrows raised slightly, but he stayed composed. "Well, Denise, I think audiences appreciate authenticity and experience. Theater is about connecting through storytelling, regardless of age." Ruth shifted uncomfortably, sensing the hostility. "Ian, we're thrilled to have you here. Your career has inspired so many." "Thank you, Ruth." "That's very kind," Ian replied warmly despite the slight, but Denise pressed on, leaning forward sharply. "Let's be honest, Ian. Don't you think actors of your generation should step aside for younger talent? How many times can audiences watch the same person play different versions of the same character?" The studio fell silent. Linda's mouth dropped open. Colin stared in disbelief. Even the camera operators seemed frozen. Ian's smile faded, but his voice stayed steady. "That's an interesting perspective, Denise. Are you suggesting experience is less valuable than youth? The arts celebrate wisdom from a lifetime of dedication." "Oh, come on," Denise scoffed, waving dismissively. "Don't give me that profound actor nonsense. We all know you're clinging to relevance. When was the last time you did anything not trading on old successes?" Ruth's face paled. "Denise, let's focus on Ian's current work." "No, Ruth, let her continue," Ian said calmly, with steel in his tone. "I'm curious about Denise's position. Are you saying artists should retire at a certain age? Should Judi Dench stop acting? Paul McCartney stop music?" Denise's eyes flashed. "That's different. They are still relevant, but you're repeating yourself. How many times can you play the wise old man with a stick?" The audience gasped. Front row viewers shook their heads. Others looked uncomfortable. Colin found her voice. "Denise, we should move on." "Why?" "Because St. Ian can't handle honest criticism." Denise shot back, her voice rising. "This is what's wrong with celebrity culture. Everyone's afraid to ask real questions." Ian's posture straightened, anger flashing briefly. "Honest criticism? This sounds like poorly disguised ageism wrapped in pretend journalism." "Ageism?" Denise laughed harshly. "Play the victim card. Maybe if you'd evolved instead of coasting on glories, we wouldn't be here." Linda looked ready to vanish. "Can we talk about something else?" "Ian, tell us about working with young actors." But Ian wasn't deflecting. "Denise, I expected a civilized chat about theater. Instead, this is a personal attack disguised as an interview." "Personal attack?" Denise dripped sarcasm. "I'm asking what others are too polite to. Thank me for honesty instead of getting defensive." The tension was palpable. Crew members exchanged nervous looks. The director's voice murmured faintly in earpieces. Ruth tried again. "We all need to step back." "No, Ruth," Ian said firmly, his stage commanding authority clear. "This demonstrates a misunderstanding of artistry and decency." Denise flushed red. "Don't lecture me on decency. Your generation needs cotton wool for everything. Straight talk." Ian's brows rose coldly. "Is that what we call rudeness?" "I've been in this industry longer than you've been alive and never seen such unprofessionalism from a journalist." The audience murmured, siding with Ian. Some expressed displeasure openly. Colin suggested maybe a commercial break. "Absolutely not." Denise snapped. "Ian wants this, so let's." "Tell me, Sir Ian, when did you become so precious you can't handle hard questions?" Ian stood slowly, his tall frame imposing. hard questions, I've answered them from top journalists on sexuality, politics, choices. But this isn't journalism, it's less dignified. The silence was deafening. Everyone held their breath as Ian stood dignified amid the hostility. Less dignified. Denise shrieked, composure gone. How dare you talk down to me like an amateur? I've done this for years, and it shows. Ian replied quietly, the barb precise. Linda gasped. Ruth signaled off. Camera desperately. The audience shook heads at Denise. What's that mean? Denise demanded, standing too, face flushed. It means experience teaches respect for guests, something forgotten in your controversy chase. Controversy, this is accountability, calling out those above criticism because of titles. Colin stood, positioning between them. We need to calm down, we're professionals. Adults, Denise whirled. I'm sick of tiptoeing around celebrities. If Ian can't handle scrutiny, he shouldn't do interviews. Ian's laugh was soft, bitter. Scrutiny? This is personal attacks and ageism. I faced real critics without them losing professionalism. The barb hit. Denise contorted, accomplished. You know nothing about me. You collect awards for dress-up, while real journalists ask hard questions. Real journalists. Ruth interjected. Denise, this isn't journalism. It's cruel. Stay out, Ruth. Denise snapped venomously. You're protecting the guest, blind to what's happening. Ian placed a hand on his chair, signaling intent to leave. I see a host more into attacking than interviewing, confusing cruelty with courage, aggression with journalism. Scattered applause erupted, sympathy. Clear, don't dare turn this on me, Denise hissed, pointing. You're defensive and precious. Honest questions. Ian repeated steadily. Let me ask one. Do you believe this represents British TV journalism? Are your colleagues proud? Linda looked teary. Ian, please don't judge us all by, oh, I'm not Linda. Ian softened. Your discomfort speaks well of you, Ruth and Colin, but Denise persists. This path. Denise shrilled, asking real questions instead of softball. God forbid challenging the great Sir Ian. Challenge. Ian's brows rose. You haven't. You've been rude. Intellectual challenge marks skilled interviewers. Personal attacks show running out of intelligence. Silence fell. Denise's mouth worked wordlessly, struggling. You're twisting my words. She's shakier. You use fancy words and posh accent to make others look stupid. Ian shook his head sadly. I'm responding to your conduct. If it reflects poorly, that says something. Nothing wrong with my interviews. Denise lacked conviction. I ask what others fear. Ruth gently, but there's a way to ask without hostility. Ian's never reacted like this to tough questions. Because nobody asks him tough ones. Denise exploded. Everyone fawns over Sir Ian. And what merits this treatment? Ian asked quietly. I came to share theater passion. Now defending my right to work. Colin shook her head. This is out of hand. Stop. No. Ian firmly. I want Denise's answer. What I've done to deserve this. Denise flushed, breathing rapid. You've coasted on same performances. Everyone pretends it's brilliant, scared of truth. Audience gasped, outrage audible. Ian calm, same character. Gandalf, Magneto, Richard Roman III, Lear, are they same? That misunderstands my work and acting. Denise faltered, that's not. I didn't mean. What did you mean? Ian pressed, statements unsupported by facts. Is your issue not my work, but something else? Silence stretched. Denise at loss. Colleagues watched with concern, embarrassment. My issue, Denise quieter, resentful, is untouchable actors expecting worship. Ian tilted head analytically. Have you watched my recent work or based on assumptions? Ruth bit lip, seeing unpreparedness. Denise, I don't need every single thing to know what. Ian gently, forming opinions without examining work opposes journalism. Linda covered face, audience quiet, witnessing unprecedented drama. I've seen enough. Denise weak, have you? Ian controlled. Your comments suggest otherwise. Seen My King Lear, The Prisoner, radio dramas, or confusing me with another. Politeness devastated. Questions exposed gaps. Talk stage draw Ian. But Ian fixed on Denise, waiting for answer of discussing my work, which performance is repetitive, ridiculous. Denise cracked. Shouldn't justify opinions. Of course not. Ian smooth. But public attacks on TV should base on knowledge, not prejudice. Ruth's eyes widened at prejudice. Prejudice? Denise desperate, how dare suggest that? I treat all same, do you, Ian quiet? Would you speak to female actor my age thus, or specific hostility to older males? Surgical strike, colleague shocked, seeing what Ian recognized, unfair, Denise whispered, is it? Ian gentle, seems predetermined agenda unrelated to my work, what is it? Linda stared anew, audience hung silent, no agenda, Denise unconvincing, then explain, Ian leaned, why invite to attack age, relevance, ability, cruel to stranger, work unexamined, words echoed in silence, Denise sought support vainly, Ruth audible, Ian deserves apology, Denise cracked for tough questions, for cruelty, Ruth firm, ambushing guest in good faith, Ian raised hand, no need, Ruth. Wonder if this Loose Women norm viewers deserve no. Implication devastating, Colin looked ill, Linda verged tears, isn't normal, Linda quick, Ian don't judge by today, not judging show, Ian kind, judging behavior revealing, Denise desperate, you're oversensitive. TV now expects real talks, not scripted. Ian stood fully, decision made, real, this one, cited attack on ignorance, animosity, requires respect, knowledge absent today, you can't leave, Denise desperate, actually I can, Ian calm, straightening jacket dignified, and will. Came for theater discussion, got misconduct as journalism, studio silent but for cameras capturing Denise's self-destruction, Ian to panelists warmly, Ruth, Linda, Colin, thanks maintaining professionalism. Attempts redirect speak well, to Denise serious, Denise consider today. Treating people with platform power says more about you. With that, Ian walked off head high, leaving shocked studio host's career irreparably damaged by 37 seconds toxicity revealing her character. Cameras rolled as Denise sat stunned, colleagues avoiding eyes, audience silent, witnessing dignified exit in TV history.